Hello, social media community. Hope you are well. So today's testimony is going to get pretty personal and raw. Today I am going to share about my more recent understanding of how I live with manic depression. So from about mid-August through, probably through late January, I was experiencing a period, an episode, or whatever you call it, of a major depression. This is something that I had experienced previously once for an extended period of time over a few months, and once more kind of up and down for several weeks. This, I believe, was probably the longest period of time, so they've always gotten progressively longer. And I've previously treated depression through psychotherapy and through some medication interventions. What a psychiatrist helped observe and name and claim and diagnose with my own kind of better reflections is that my depressions are related to episodes of kind of a long extended period of kind of what we clinically call mania, or just otherwise said a high, not like a drug high, but sort of a high on life of extreme fulfillment, pursuing the biggest, the best, the boldest, and having some experience of winning at it. And so, those of you who kind of are familiar with, what my last couple of years have looked like, that was exactly my circumstance. The 9 months-ish prior to August had been an increasingly fulfilling period of time and accomplishment and joy and passion and fun and all the above, that when a season was naturally changing and turning towards something new and different and in various ways much more challenging, that kind of had a crash, or led to a crash for me, where I then was in a low and climbed ever deeper into a period, an experience of depression. Why I talk about this all is related to Toward the Next, which is really what I am channeling here in my social media presence, because for me, this is part of my Toward the Next. What do I do coming out of this? How do I become my next? I've had a lot of thoughts and questions and trying to make sense of this all. And one thing that is very clear for me is a commitment to be 100% transparent about this part of my life, this part of my being, this part of my health. And that is one way in which I am seeking to make some productivity out of this all. It's not for any sense of people feeling bad for me at all, or even looking for any kind of like adjustments or what have you, but really just building awareness. And it is part of my moving into whatever is my future that I desire for myself. So, I think it's important that we all understand who we are, where we are, whatever that means. And I'm grateful for, medicine. Grateful for medicine in the forms of psychotherapy, psychiatry, pharmacology, all which have played a role in my rebalancing myself. I'm grateful for a lot of people who walked alongside me and carried me through a particularly difficult time and are still carrying me through the process of making sense of it all and moving forward. Grateful for just all that we have. I mean, it's just realistically, like, in a major depression, you kind of feel like you have nothing, you're empty, etc. And so I'm grateful to be back in a place of understanding and headspace where I see the incredible abundance of gifts and generosity and life in so many different ways. So thankful for all of you out there, and I look forward to continuing to riff on various aspects of leadership. And I think, again, that's part of my making this message in a leadership space, is that I think moving forward, we have to, I want to commit to transparency and vulnerability as a leader, whatever that leads to, whatever that looks like, whatever that should come of that. And I was thinking about before, I've clearly hesitated at sharing this so widely before, always wondering what would people think, and can I get that job? Will people consider me for that if they know this about me? And I'm finally in a place where I don't give a shit, or I do give a shit, in that I want to be in communities with people who know that about me and kind of sustain and steward that part of my identity. I want to be in workplaces that know that about me and sustain and steward that part of my identity. So let's take it from a workplace standpoint. I want that to become a mutual covenant of, how am I attending to that part of my health? Because it's got to be something I take a lot of ownership for, and how is there some covenant and accountability to that from the place I work? As differences or changes or concerns may be noticed. Hey, Clyde, how is therapy going? How are you feeling well about your medicine? Are you balanced? I got way out of balance. Was not connecting as well socially. Was not pursuing things I love and enjoy, like food or cooking and working out. Got way out of balance with that. And that's a tangent on just making a covenant and accountability, which I now have done with all of you, moving forward in all the spaces and places I show up. So that is my kind of big jaunt, my big reflection for the day. Thank you for listening. Would love to be in touch as always, as ever. Glad to hear your stories, whatever they are, and your own thinking on leadership and the motion toward the next. Take care. Have a great day.